Hey everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode and the very last episode for my season 6 let's play on the Hermitcraft server. Crazy to think, I know, 182 episodes in total. My goodness, and it's been an insane ride, and I can genuinely say that everything about my life has changed because of this series. So guys, without further ado, let's get into the finale episode of season 6. All right guys, so to get started with today's episode, I think I just need to start off by saying thank you. This series has changed my entire life. And that's not an exaggeration. When we started this season off, before the first episode went live, I was getting around 4,000 views per video. My channel was struggling very badly. We had about 385,000 subscribers. Overnight, we went from 4,000 views to about 50,000, and I don't have to explain to you how significant of a change that is. You know, I made new friendships this season. I learned a lot about my video making skills and what I want to do moving into season 7. Yes, I will be participating in season 7. And on top of that, when we started this season, I was at roughly 390,000 subscribers. Yesterday, I broke 640,000 subscribers. So in the year and a half that this season has gone on, I have gained a lot of you new to the channel. And again, guys, I gotta say thank you because it's been just incredible. So today's episode is going to be kind of a fun little tour that we're going to be doing, just kind of recapping all the things that I've done on the server, and just having a lot of fun and kind of reminiscing. And I can't say this enough though, guys. I'm very excited for season 7 when that comes, because I have been prepping for a while now and I'm ready. Oh yes, your boy's ready. So to get started with the tour, everything started episode 1 right here. This is our modern base, one of my favorite bases that I've probably ever built. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. By the way, I gotta be honest with you, we had Sebastian the horse, and he just kind of disappeared. I have no idea where that guy is at. I haven't seen him since like episode 10. So this is kind of the storage room downstairs and our sleeping quarters upstairs. Over the season, things have gotten a little messy, and that's one thing that I'm really going to try to work on in season 7 is just being organized. We have smelting in here, and then downstairs we have even more storage for items and all kinds of fun stuff. We use this area to break diamonds, to store extra items. This was sort of deep storage, just to kind of put into perspective how much I actually mined this season. That's a lot of redstone. That's a lot of iron, a lot of coal. I don't know, maybe some gold. Also want to take a look at statistics. Let's go to items. The one that we should probably look for the most is stone. And 282,000 stone. That, my friends, is an absurd number. 282,000. That's ridiculous. Goodness. All right. So with this base, there was a few add-ons that we made that we should go ahead and check out. Now, because we were doing demise stuff, we kind of removed it. Let me drop some stuff off real fast. I always seem to have a lot of stuff in my inventory these days. Get rid of a lot of that. There we go. But you know, like, this season has been incredible. So if you go down this way, we made a mob spawner with bubble columns, and when the season transferred over to 1.14, I actually lost a dolphin, but this was supposed to be a dolphin swim where we have a trained dolphin in here, and because it was supposed to be fast, right? Like right now we're going really slow, but there's a fishy. Huh, interesting. I've never seen an actual fish spawn down here before. That's cool. But as you get down here, I think the dolphin for this one is still in there. We should probably set him free. What do you guys think? I don't know if he can actually get out or not. I'll let him get out if he can. Anyways, so we decided to make this an underwater pathway, and down through here is our grinder. This is where we did a lot of our early enchanting and a lot of fun stuff. The other thing that we had done was make a humongous sugarcane, pumpkin, and melon farm. And that was like probably what, episode 3 or 4 or something like that. That was like a super early on episode where we did a huge dig out, and we can actually get up to there from right here. Get out of this way, break this and this, and as you can see, there's so many items in here that it's like, it's kind of hard to keep track of, to be honest with you. Back through the wall, through here. Zombie. Oh, he went around. He was smart. I was gonna break the blocks, but as you can see, there's just so much here. Massive build. Probably one of my favorite early on builds too, to be completely honest with you. And then here's the entire farm itself. It was eventually converted over to sugarcane, but we did have melon and pumpkin falling down too. And there's just a lot of stuff here. So I think we're done with the main base. Let's go ahead and move on to some other builds. So next up, I want to talk about the medieval district. This is my second ever build on the server. I thought Sebastian may have been here, but he's not. I don't know what happened to Sebastian. This was my first ever in-game medieval build ever. And there's still a witch in here. Gertrude, you are gonna die today. There we go. But yeah, this was my first ever medieval build. This was more of a glamour build because one of the things that I really wanted to challenge myself with this season was to just build in every district that we had. Now, maybe I wasn't the best at building, but I think I proved to myself that I could actually do a decent job building. I mean, let's be honest. Some of the people here are kind of show-offs, okay? No, the builds on this server are just absolutely ridiculous. Like, I love all these medieval builds. Yeah, so there wasn't too much to show about that one. The next build we're going to show off, because it's right over here, is our underwater apartments. This was more of just a fun build that we had between projects, really. The first big thing that we did down here, as you can see, is the ravine. We completely converted this entire ravine and customized it with sandstone on the walls, with sand going up, and there should be a conduit down here, right? Apparently not. All right, I better get inside before I die then. Anyways, we made a completely custom ravine, and then once we were done customizing the ravine with all the seagrass and the pickles and the kelp and the coral, we started working on this right here, which is our, I guess this is an Aqua Town underwater apartment. And through the time, we tried to decide on what we wanted to do for the color. We eventually settled on blue. This thing just never really came about. I don't know. I found it very hard to build for some reason. Sometimes you have like really good success building things, and then sometimes it's like really hard. And this was one of those builds for me that it took a lot of work to just get to this point. What do we have down here? I like being super nosy even with my own items. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. White concrete. Hey, I could use that. No, I'm totally joking. But yeah, just another one of the awesome builds that we made. I think that we should probably go ahead and check out a few of the others. Next up, guys, I want to talk about the shopping district. So first, let's talk about some of the shops that we have had and removed during the season. So first off, we had our very first shop, which was the map shop, where you could have your custom loot maps where you would swim around the world. This was even before elytras were even in the game, and get custom adventures from the maps that I made. And that was a fun shop, sort of my foray into making shops on the server. Let's not also forget about the game that I made out in the ocean called Diamond Diggers, where you were to mine up. That was last October, not this October, last October, where you mined up pumpkins. You get to mine 5 pumpkins for a diamond, and if you got anything underneath of them, you got to keep it. We also have Ore Galore, which was our main shop this season. We also have the ice cream shop as well. So we built a lot this season. Not only did that, we had a temporary pop-up redstone shop. And then towards the end of the season, I decided to give you guys the opportunity to have some shops on the server. And these are the ones that came about. This is Deadly Delights. This one up here is the to die for, and then there's the volcano one, which I think is Boiling Boutique. Love the names, by the way. And you guys did an outstanding job sending in submissions. If I do this again next season, I will give you guys way more parameters so you guys kind of have a better idea of what is going on. But overall, the shopping district this season has been just as Hermitcrafty as any other season, with tons of shops coming and going, and just anything that you could possibly even want or think of is here. You need sand, you got sand. You need a trident, you got a trident. It's just everything. So an incredible thing. But I think for now, let's go ahead and move over to another one of our builds. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about our custom island where we were going to build, and things never really panned out here. This is something that I have always wanted to try and build, and I have always had such a problem building sort of medieval type buildings. So we had started off with these towers, which the towers actually turned out quite nice, but in the end, things didn't really work out, and this has just been kind of like a dump area since. Nothing, I don't know. Sometimes when you're building in Minecraft, you like really have a good inspiration and everything kind of works out really well. And then sometimes it turns out to be like this, and sometimes that happens. Another thing that we built over here was this farm. Now, since the game decided to update villagers, I don't think these they don't work anymore. There's 3 different levels with farms going all the way down with a storage room. Another big project that we were taking on over here really early in the season was a quad creeper farm. That's right, you heard me right, quad creeper farm. Let's go downstairs. I don't even know if this thing still works or if there's even any cats over here, but I think we had either 2 or 3 of them finished when I think the main reason why we stopped working on this one was because of the just abundance of rockets on the server at the point. There was a lot of material. Oh, I actually had 3 of them done. Wow. So we had a triple creeper farm here. Let's just chill for a second and see if it works. Let's not forget some of the other builds that I have made. Now, I think one of the most memorable ones is probably the 5 iron golem spawner. I don't know what the word for it is. We built 5 iron golem spawners. Okay, that one works. That one, not so much. I mean, it's kind of working. This was a very, very big undertaking, though. Typically, I would prefer to build those into the sky, as sky spawners are much more effective, because you have to light up almost all the caves, and it just didn't really work out. But with that being said, though, let's head out, and I think the next thing we're going to look at is our kelp and slime farm. 2 things that I don't really use too much anymore. And you know, it's crazy, right? This season has been going on for so long that I kind of forgot that I hadn't even built that. I think at one point I was looking for slime balls and literally couldn't find any. And then I remembered that I had this. So this is the kelp farm. This is a pretty standard kelp farm. And then these must all be full. Yeah, so we know that it definitely works. But essentially it's just a sugarcane farm that we have made in the past, but with kelp underwater. And then everything stores in there. So if we go downstairs now, down here, you can see that we've got iron golems, and let's swim over here. Okay, so if we go around the corner, this is where we enter, or was it on the other side? It might be right here. It's right here. Okay, cool. Let's get in there if I can, if it'll let me. There we go. So this is where we had our slime farm. I haven't been over here in quite a while, though. The last time I checked, it was working pretty good. Yeah, definitely working. We got quite a bit of slime balls there. So this thing was, if you hear it, you can hear it right now. You can hear a slime. You can hear a slimy. He's probably down there dying, though. So the way that this slime farm works is it just corrals all the slimes into the pit. But that guy's just kind of chilling. Is he gonna finally die? Uh-oh. And then there's a minecart underneath that just collects everything. Now, in retrospect, I probably would have used soul sand and wither roses, because that seems like a more effective way to kill things these days. But you know what, it's fine, I ain't really worried about it. So to move on, there really wasn't more builds out this way. The next thing that we decided to build was a new base, and that new base was what we dubbed the fidget spinner. Now I built this base thinking that I was going to use the quadrants, but you guys just got really burnt out of this base. And not only that, this was right around the time that I decided to take a little bit of a break from Hermitcraft. We were like 100 and something episodes in, and people were kind of getting burnt out of watching the episodes. And this is when our Let's Play kind of took over. So I think we maybe had finished this and then moved on. But this was, and kind of still is, our deep storage. Till this day, I still love the pattern in the floor, by the way. It's like my favorite thing ever, but it never really got its due or its use. And like, honestly, this, like, the two things that we had just mentioned are kind of the things that I really, really want to work on this next season coming up. Completing things that I'm doing in the server, being more organized, and just being around more. Like, those are my three main goals. Like, we can play Minecraft just fine, that's not a big deal, but I think that just trying to up the standard of things that I'm doing is way more important. So this is where we had our, I guess that would be I don't know what, I guess that would just be, it's not quad, because quad is 4. I don't know what the word is. I can't think of it at the moment, but this is where we had all of our iron golem spawners, and these were working great for a long time. And then Minecraft updated to 1.14. 1.14 changed the way that the iron golem mechanic spawns, and these are no longer functional. So we were in the process of removing them to make this new base. When I rejoined the server and like really got back into things, I decided to make this base. This base had a few different iterations and turned out to be, I guess we would call this a science lab. It's kind of a snowflake. That's what people were kind of calling it, though, a snowflake. But I proved to myself that I can build big bases. I did learn a super valuable lesson from this base, though. Never ever build a main base with concrete, because it's impossible to blend it with anything. It needs to be stone brick and natural blocks, so if you decide to build with it, everything looks like it's natural and blended in. Yeah, because trying to build like stuff with like white concrete and gray terracotta or cyan terracotta is like the hardest thing on the planet, apparently. I think we've covered majority of all of the builds that I've done on the server. I'm sure I probably missed a few things. Graveyard, the boat where we ended up moving the maps to, and just little things here and there. Overall, though, guys, this was an incredible season, and again, it was very life-changing, and I just can't thank you guys enough for that. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this little recap video, and sincerely thank you guys for all of the great comments and all the memories and everything for season 6 and all the support that you've shown. And I will see you guys in season 7. Don't forget, our Let's Play starts up on Friday. It's going to be a good time, guys. So anyways, this is iJevin signing off from Hermitcraft for the final time. Peace out, everybody.